YouTube knife community. As you see by the thumbnail, we're going to do the 10 USA fixed blade open tag. I think this started with What's the Point EDC. I think he first started out with Peterbilt Knife Guy. It's made its way through the ranks. So I want to do it, but I want to put a little mix on it. I want to do 10 USA fixed blades by 10 different USA companies. I thought I'd try a little harder on this one because I got some fixed blades. I got them by different makers, but I could show 5 Bark Rivers, 5 Westerns, and call it a day. But I wanted to kind of challenge my collection a little bit and kind of go through 10 different USA makers. Let's start out with the old Buck. Let's start out with a Buck 102. Everyone knows these knives right here. Everyone knows what it is. Just a great little 4-finger knife. Still, for a big dude, can get 4 fingers in it. This right here, you could take this deer hunting and it would do all right for maybe gutting and definitely skinning. As far as quartering, nah, probably need the 119 or something like that. And you guys all know I'm not a huge knife guy. I don't like to carry big, large knives. But we'll look at this thing right here. This is what, a 7.5-inch knife overall. Nice sheath. This knife actually came from Boston Blade Reviews. I traded him my 87 102 for this 102 right here. He loves 87 model blades, so I said, hey, I'll send you it, and you just send me one back. And we made a trade. So there we go. We got a Buck 102 to start out. We'll stack them back here behind the sharpening stone. Next, let's go to a drop point. Let's go to the Frontier series. This right here is an Imperial 422 caping knife. You guys can see it right there probably. This is made between 75 and 85. You guys see the powder horn you got there, the Frontier series blade. Nice pistol sheath. It's even got some DJ 87 there on it. I don't know if that's the original sheath that came with it, but we look here, overall length, going to be about 7 1/4 inches overall. Actually, yeah, it goes from the 5 to 12 1/4. But look at that ergos on this thing. Woo, doggy. Woo, doggy. So that's number 2. Let's move fast. Everyone knows I'm a case guy, but I've only got one case fixed blade. This came from a guy at work. He just came in and dropped this on my desk. He knows I'm a knife guy. This thing definitely needs cleaned up. It definitely needs some edge maintenance, repair. The leather needs cleaned up. I need to do that. That's my fault. Look here, we'll put her on the 5. She goes to 12 and almost 3. So about 7 3/4 inches overall length on this thing. I think this is called a fin. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Case XX in the sheath there. Nice leather stacked handle. It just needs some tender, loving care. Let's go to, let's show a Bark River. What do we got here? We got the Bark River Bushcraft Scout. This sucker is in Magna Cut. Just a great little bushcraft style blade. If you're going out for a day or two, maybe anything longer than that, I'm taking something beefier. Overall length on this thing, about 7 3/4 inches. You guys know I'm not a big, huge knife guy. If I need something taken down, I'm going to have a saw or a hatchet or something like that with me. I'm not out there chopping things. We got this junky ferro rod. I bought a pack of them things because I got a couple of sheaths I needed to put them in. But I need to buy me some better ones. I don't even use those when I do fires. But look at the stitching on this leather. Man. We got the Bark River there. The stamp of approval. I forget what I paid for this thing, but this is a beautiful knife. I'll use this, no problems at all. What do we got next? So let's do everyone's little favorite. What's this? This is a Essie Aula 2. Everyone's got one of these. Everyone knows what they are. It's a little smaller. We got the what I like about this is you can just pop that off there. You can put that in your pocket. That thing does pop better than that. There we go. You can take the scales off of it. If you look, this thing's on a 5. It goes to 11 1/2. So it's about a 6.5 inch overall length knife with a blade cutting length of about 2.5 inches. So guys, that's real quick. We just showed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different USA makers. Let's go to an old one here. Look at this old queen bird and trout. This thing has been rehandled with some whitetail scales someone put on there. Now let's get her to focus. Let's cover everything in the background up. But yeah, I'd like to get them ripped off there and get something better on there. But this right here's got the sideways, a big Q on it. So that means I think it's a 45 through 55 knife. But look at what kind of shape that's in. Little 3-finger knife made for bird and trout. That's why it's called the bird and trout. We got the original sheath that came with it. But I don't know. I think I got that off eBay for like 25 bucks or something. Very cheap. So yeah, we're just cruising right through these. We're just going to do them fast, shotgun style. Boom, boom, boom. Next, let's go something big. You guys want? Look at that thing now, would you? What do we got here? What do we got here? Ontario. Boy, everyone wants an Ontario knife now. This thing barely fits in the shot. It's a TAC 1 military issue knife. I got the original box and sheath with this. I had someone make this sheath for it, but after I had them do, I thought I was going to carry this, but this thing is just a little, I don't know, it's a little big, a little too bulky. But man, she is razor freaking sharp. I put an edge on that thing and whew, it's scary. Pretty decent ergos, but it's just big. It's got you know, nice little pommel, little English teacher on the end of it there. But let's look at this thing. We'll put her on the 4 and it goes to 14. So it's a 10-inch knife. She's a brute. But man, that thing right there can get some work done, can it? 1095 steel. But then again, there's another one of them cheap ferro rods I threw on there. But this sheath is pretty nice. I had a guy make this sheath for me. I think I paid $75 for this sheath. But it is some good quality. I forget, just years ago, I had a guy make that offline or something. But there she is. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. Let's put that one back over there. Next up, marbles. Everyone's seen this knife. J.O. made the sheath. J.O. Ventures Outdoors. Since then, he's also made another Marbles Expert sheath, but this is the Marbles Expert. Me and Warthog's got this exact same knife. He did some research. This knife was made in the 30s. And look at the pommel. Look at the nut on that thing. Perfect shape. We'll put her on the 4. She goes to 13, a 9-inch knife. We got a blade length of from 7 all the way to 11 3/4. So about a 4 3/4 inch blade on it, overall length. But man, this thing right here. First YouTube video I ever done was me kind of fixing that knife up and giving her some tender loving care. But man, look at this sheath J.O. did. Man, he knocked it out of the park, fellas. If you don't have any J.O. Ventures leather, what are you waiting on? Get it done. Battle Horse Knives. Smoky Mountain Razor out of Columbus, Ohio. This right here made my best and worst list of 2023. If you want to see why it was one of the worst, just go in there and watch that video. It is sharper than I don't know what right now. We'll see how the edge holds. Good leather sheath, though, that come with it. You know, nice USA company. Like I said, out of Columbus, Ohio. What's this thing? 4 to 12 and... what is that? 4 to about 12 5/8. So what is it? 8 5/8 inches total length. We got a blade length here of 7 to 11, so 4 inches with a cutting length about 3 and... what do we got here? About 3 3/4, probably. Yep. So anyway, that's a Smoky Mountain Razor. It's a brute. Look at the blade stock on it. Let's see if we can really get to focus on the blade stock. But yeah, I can start fires with that real nice sharp spine on that thing. What is last on the list? Last on the list. Woohoo! Western. Man, me and Knife Delights did a video on Western knives. I picked this one right here up in a lot of Western knives that I bought. But this is the W36, the J. So it's an I forget exactly what, it's an 80s model knife. Man. We got Western Coleman. That's when Coleman, you know, Coleman, the camping supply company. That's when Coleman owned Western Knives. They owned Western Knives from 77 to 80. I don't know. No. They bought them in 84. Sorry. They bought, so this knife was made after 84. The J, I forget what year. The A starts in 77, then goes up, so you guys can do the math on that to figure out what exact year it is. But this is a pretty brutey knife. I mean, this is, look at the blade stock on that. Let's put her down here, put her on the 4. She goes all the way to, well, a little over 14 and a 16, so 10 and a 16-inch total length, but I'm sure they just call it a 10-inch knife. Blade length overall, start at the 7, goes to 12 and about a half. But the cutting length, you know, 7 to 12 and a half is like 5.5 inches. But the total cutting length goes 7 to 12, so 4 inches total on your cutting length. Man, look at this thing. For the age of it, you know, like I said, it's a late 80s model knife. But man, she is just a brute. I really didn't have to clean this up that much. All I did was just kind of took some polish to it. That's really all I did once I got it. The leather, I didn't do anything to the leather. The sheath is still in great condition, so we're just going to leave her alone. So guys, there it is. There are 10 USA fixed blades from 10 different USA manufacturers. Some old, some new. Well, let's get that to snap. You know, Western, late 80s model. Battle Horse knife is fairly new. This Ontario Tack 1, it's hard to tell what year that thing was made. The Marbles from the early 30s. This Essie, here recently. Same with Bark River, it's a recent purchase. This right here is, I don't know, it's fairly new. We got the old Imperial 422 caping knife, 75 through 85. Then this case knife, I'm not sure. I'm not going to open it up to see. But guys, there it is. Hey, I want to thank What's the Point EDC for putting this open tag out there, and everyone. Oh, we forgot one. The Queen Burton Trout, 45 through 55. But I want to thank him, What's the Point EDC, for putting this open tag out. I know I like it when people do my open tags. I just put one out recently, and a lot of success behind it. But this is it. I wanted to try to push my collection to the limit. I don't know if I have many more USA fixed blade, you know, from different USA manufacturers than what I have right here. This may be it. I just don't know. I have to go through my box and see. But yeah, guys, hey, jump on board. Let's see what you got as far as USA fixed blades, and show us what y'all have. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank everyone for checking out this video. It is Christmas Eve. So I think I'm going to release this right now as soon as I get done putting these over to the side. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Be sure you check out Happy Hour live chat. We will not have one tonight. That'll resume on New Year's Eve. And we might have a little extra giveaways on that night. We will be drawing for our December raffle winners. We got 2 great prizes we're giving out for December. Thanks to some great contributors. And then we're going to start a whole new month-long raffle in January. We've already got an awesome knife and slip. I believe it's a case 47 Tractor Supply exclusive with a matching slip from Kent Smith, KJ Leatherworks. All right, guys. Hey, have a great holiday season out there. Spend some time with loved ones, and try not to eat too much food. All right.